edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I'm Lise.
And I'm Alistair.
Today we'll be visiting one of the many nonprofit organizations here in Arlington, Phoenix Bikes, and we'll be learning with them how they're coping with this COVID-19 pandemic. Are you ready, Alistair?
Well, I have my gloves and I have my mask. I am ready.
And now I'm joined by Emily Gage, Executive Director of Phoenix Bikes. Hi Emily, thank you so much for letting us stop by today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you found Phoenix Bikes?
Sure. I actually used to live in this neighborhood, so Phoenix Bikes was the community bike shop within my neighborhood. I lived behind where the shop is located now and actually owned a condo across the street.
So one of your leading programs is the Earn a Bike program, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little more about that and how it gives opportunities and leadership skills to youth in this community and why it's better to earn a bike than just giving a bike away.
Yeah, our Earn a Bike program for youth is our real signature foundational program. How it works is students can either do it in our shop as a drop-in program or as an after-school program at their school. We do about 5 schools per semester, most in Arlington and then some in Alexandria. And basically the program takes them through basic bike mechanics, tools, parts of a bike, how to fix a flat tire. They'll go through 5 weeks of that. They'll work on practicing those skills by working on a bike for a community member in need. They'll fix up that bike that gets donated through partners that we have throughout Arlington. And then once they've done that, they're eligible to earn their own bike. What we really emphasize is hands-on learning. We really emphasize the importance of hard work, of persevering, of building social skills, of building leadership skills, and so the program really builds all of that. We do operate 100% on bike donations. So any of the bikes that you see in our shop are donated either through community members or through trade-in programs at local bike shops, and those bike shops then donate to us. So we're really grateful. We really emphasize sustainability in our shop and wanting to keep bikes out of landfills and sort of rusting away in people's garages.
Again, with this COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of businesses have had to make a few changes to their businesses. So what changes have you all implemented at Phoenix Bikes?
We have had to entirely suspend all in-person youth programs, which has been hard for us. That's the bread and butter of what we do, and it's what we really love. So we have had to do that in the shop. When we reopened under something we're calling no contact operations. So we are providing sales and service, but it's by appointment only. So community members can book online or they can book over the phone. They get an appointment slot, and we have appointment slots every half hour. We don't allow the public into our shop at all. The community member is dropping off their bike or taking a test ride of a sales bike without ever coming within 6 feet of our staff members.
Can we see how the process works?
Sure, let me get you the bike out and have it ready for you.
Fantastic.
So this is the bike I think will fit you best. I would say take it out for a test ride and see how well it works. You don't have to give me a credit card or any ID, just take it out for a test ride. And then if you have any other questions, just give me a call. I'll be inside.
Fantastic. So I just call you, we'll stay 6 feet apart the whole time.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. It was definitely nice to test ride it. That's crucial to making sure that the bike works for the person and you can go down quite a nice distance. And yeah, this was a nice fitting bike.
This bike actually just came in as a donation drop-off, and the first thing we do is take it straight back to the patio. So I rinse it down, wash it off with soap, and then rinse it off again and just let it dry. And once it's done, I take it back inside. And I have to do this with every bike that comes in.
And does this make sure that it is free of any COVID that perhaps on it?
And right before the bike goes out to the customer, we also give it another clean over with a rag and alcohol.
Fantastic. What happens if someone takes the bike on a test ride but ends up not purchasing it?
Yeah, so we do the same procedure.
What is the cost for these types of bikes? And during this pandemic, have you seen an uptick in the amount of sales?
Yeah, so most bikes range between $50 to $800, just depending on the bike that you want to get. Kids bikes start out at $50 and go up to $200. And then adult bikes, hybrids, roads, range from $285 to $800. Since we opened up 3 weeks ago, it's just been busy. We sold over 25 bikes, and most of them were hybrids and kids bikes.
So how are you all planning on engaging the youth when it's actually impossible to get them physically together right now?
We have done a couple things. We've started instituting what we call Saturday sessions, which are virtual educational programs that are an hour every Saturday afternoon. So we have heard from women who took this epic bike journey when they were teenagers from Canada to Mexico with their mom and a group of other teens. We have talked about some common myths and truths about biking, and we have a lot of other programming that's planned. With our Earn a Bike program, we're having to modify the curriculum. So we're right in the process now. My youth education team and I are working through what is it going to take for us to take that program virtually. Now we're going to probably have to deliver a bike and a complete tool set and some other parts for them to work on at home and then do it over a virtual platform. So we are going to be sharing more about that in the coming weeks.
So fundraising is a big part of your nonprofit organization, and you actually had to cancel one of your big events this year. And what are you and your team thinking about doing to actually keep those funds incoming?
So we did need to postpone our spring Makers Ball fundraiser, which is our largest fundraiser of the year, but we've been able to pivot and do some other things. So we had a wonderful, generous donor put up a $10,000 match to help us rally community funds, and the Arlington community has just responded in such an amazing way. So we launched a Fix a Flat campaign. We kind of explained to people that as we were trying to flatten the curve of the coronavirus, we also were seeing that it was flattening our cash flow projections for the spring, which is typically a really critical period for us bringing in income for the rest of the year. And so that has been a really successful campaign. If people want to donate online, you can go to phoenixbikes.org, and there's a COVID-19 fund, and it's easy to donate that way. We've also seen community members rally around us by donating bikes, and that really is the lifeblood of our shop. And we have instructions on our website about the kinds of bikes that we're able to use.
So lastly, how do we find out more about you guys and just keep in touch?
The best way to get in touch with us is our website, phoenixbikes.org. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so all gifts are tax deductible. That means that any financial gifts are tax deductible, but also if you want to donate a bike, that in-kind donation is also tax deductible. There's a way on our website to sign up for our newsletter at the bottom right of the homepage, and we would encourage people to do that. It's the best way to find out all the happenings at Phoenix Bikes, what's happening with our youth, our staff, our community programs. So we would encourage people to sign up there.
Thank you so much, Noe and Emily, for letting us visit Phoenix Bikes. You are running a tremendous operation. I'm Alistair.
And I'm Lise, and that's the Sustainable Scoop. See you next time.